Diego knows how much I need the gym when I travel. And he was like, bro, my family's place, the gym is legit, you'll love it. Let me show you guys the gym. This is it. This is where I'm supposed to have my morning workout. But check out the view. Over there, we have one of the volcanoes. They say there's like 37 actual volcanoes, but there's like 300 volcano structures in Guatemala. That's the airport right under the volcanoes. But the interesting thing in Guatemala is the fact that everything is gated. Like, it's not like it's an open concept. Like, there aren't tables in front of coffee shops or restaurants unless you're in like a restricted area like Kaila. If it's kind of like just in the city, it's all behind some kind of wall, behind some kind of gate. I know it's for security reasons, but it seems like they left a lot of that even to this day. And there's always a guard, so I don't know if you guys can see the guard down there walking. But any business, any hotel, anything that's not like residential actually has a guard standing in front of the building. And I didn't get to record it yet, maybe I'll catch it later. But a lot of the guards even carry like shotguns. But it's definitely interesting because I haven't seen anything like this before. And I get it, you know, there definitely was a big crime rate before. But right now, the murder rate, it's definitely high, but there's like cities in America that have a bigger murder rate. But the murder rate in Guatemala is roughly like around 50 per 100,000 people. But you have places like St. Louis where it's like 60, Detroit, I think it's also like around 50 something. So there's a lot more cities in the US that are a lot worse than Guatemala. While we think that, you know, Guatemala is this third world country and super unsafe, there's cities in America that are a lot more dangerous than Guatemala. But I think the fact that everything is kind of closed off, the fact that there is security everywhere, the fact that there are cops driving on trucks and they're carrying like rifles, that's what makes us think it's unsafe. But when you look at the numbers, I mean, like I said, it's a lot safer than most cities in the US. You might be wondering, why am I in Guatemala in the first place? Like, Guatemala is super random, other than being known for chocolate and coffee. Why am I building a office and a team in Guatemala? Now, Guatemala isn't the only place I'm building a team. I'm also building a team in Egypt. And the biggest reason like I'm really diversifying is because I think the projection of the US workforce will not sustain the level of skill sets out there in the world, because back in the day in the US you did find the best talent, and maybe still to this day you will find good talent. But the thing is, like, people are getting comfortable, like life is getting easy, like they don't have to work as hard. There's still a lot of opportunity, and I feel like the upcoming generation, the upcoming workforce isn't the best in the world, and I think you can find it in other parts of the world. Where in Guatemala, for example, people still have the hustle mindset. Like, life isn't so easy here. They still need to put in the work. They still respect the company that they work for. They're not just looking to quit, switch jobs, and they're not looking for mental days off. And I understand these things, but it's like we've become soft in America, and we won't get the effect of it yet, but I think in the next 10 years, 20 years, it will definitely affect our economy. And people will say, like, I'm looking for outside because it's cheaper. It's not because it's cheaper, it's because of the value that I get out of it. So you have to understand, like, values in life. If you buy a Toyota Corolla, are you gonna pay 100K for it? You're not. But would you buy a Huracan for 100K? You would, because you know the value of it is roughly 200K. So same thing, like, it's not because I don't want to have a team. It's just the value that I get elsewhere is a lot better, and people are more committed, and they're not just looking to switch jobs every 6 months or a year. They actually want to grow, they want to learn, they're not late, they don't have excuses. And for the future of my company, I want to have people like that on my team. I want people that I can build and mold, and you know, they can grow with me. Now, the only downside of it is they don't understand the US market, and maybe their skill sets aren't up to par where I need them to be. But like, we're gonna train them. So in 3 months, 6 months, in a year, we're investing in our team. Imagine where we're gonna be in 6 months or in a year after just investing and teaching them and helping them grow, and you know, making sure that we change their life and help them make more money and they can take care of their family. That's where I see the value, because We've been in business for roughly 5 years now, and I've hired a lot of people in the US, and there's always like an excuse, like, it's too much work, I need a mental day off. Or they feel like they can do it themselves. The ego is becoming an issue in the States, and everyone thinks they can do everything, and it's because the economy favored that type of growth. When you dump so much money into the market, obviously everyone's going to make more, but you can't sustain that. And sooner or later, the true colors will come out, and the people that are actually good, they will overcome turmoil and issues within the economy and so forth, while the other ones will unfortunately fail. And that's why a lot of people will lose jobs, and the best will always be on top no matter what. And that's my vision with Gentech, and that's my vision with the future team that I build. I want people that see the value in our company, that are hungry and motivated and appreciative of what we can offer them, and vice versa. I appreciate them seeing the vision of Gentech and being committed, and just wanting to grow with us. So that's the reason I'm in Guatemala, and that's the reason we're building a team here. It's only been 3 months since we opened up our office. Today we're actually having our first quarterly employee review, where we have quantifiable metrics for everyone. And I'm excited. I'm excited to see where everything goes in the next year, and I'm excited to keep on scaling the company.